Greetings everyone, please give me a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Looks like everything is booting on up. Of course, the YouTube thumbnail did not up to date. Go. YouTube thumbnail is up to date. Looks like everything's booted on up. Time to activate the live chat windows. Sorry about that, my voice is not clearing out. Okay, that's all booted up. Give me a moment to check my other computer. Oh, something I did forget is my avatar. Definitely going to need to open up a drink for this one. And let's get started. One thing I want to turn off is this, and now we're good to go. Okay, now I should be good. Hopefully. Why not? Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Small on top left side is yellow Japanese, but Numuden. Small on bottom right side is the magenta or purple English, got 101. When it comes to map generation, let's see, there's of course a couple valleys in the valleys. A little bit split apart. English player has a gold deposit behind him, Japanese gold deposit in front of him, so that's maybe a good area for a longbow rush. Survival techniques researched immediately by who? The Japanese player immediately got out the survival techniques. Okay, that's interesting. English player is not, he's just going to collect the venison as well. Large gold deposit in the corner for both sides. Of course, got the excavation site or forgotten ruins here. Bit of stone up front, and the English player does have a pair of tree deposits in front. Japanese player has one tree deposit up front for coverage, while having a safe one in the back, so don't have to worry about that being harassed as much. Large stone and gold over here. And for the English player, small gold on the side, small gold in the center, Japanese small gold. Yeah, it looks like that's pretty equal on both sides. The English player has a couple of wood deposits up front. And that's the big difference I can see. Looks like the English player may be eyeing for a secondary town center. We do also have the Koto Township rather than the Kira Storehouse. I always like to see the other landmark that's less used. Never really see Shinobi being used too much. They're definitely a unit to get past walls pretty easily. Other than that, they're just... I sort of want to know, has anybody really tried to mass produce them? They are light infantry, so they're pretty easy to counter. Heavy Kings, of course, will get a free king. Koto Township is being rapidly built with 5 villagers. Of course, we'll get 1 free shinobi. Oh, they added a little thing here where the shinobi does sort of pop in. They should add that to other factions. So free shinobi is now out. And he is immediately going for 2 more, so we are going to see some aggressive shinobi play. I suppose a refresh of what shinobi when their advantages and all that sort would probably be a good idea. Shinobi only costs 100 resources, so they're not too terribly expensive. Works up the spearmen, cheaper than a man-at-arms. The damage is incredibly high. The attack speed's, what, same as a man-at-arms? but they have 20 damage and plus 5 versus melee, so they have pretty good damage. 3 of them could be used to blink forward and one-shot a villager, potentially. The king's now being pulled on the field. The shinobi may be able to defeat the king 1v1 in combat. The king has high health, but low DPS. Shinobi is relatively squishy. It is light infantry. But for its price, it's actually probably not too half bad. Something you could probably just generally mix in your composition. There's a secondary town center. This is probably the time for the shinobi to teleport the way forward. They do blink forward. Ooh, I suppose against the English, this is probably not a great idea. I forgot the fact that English has short bows. Ugh, those English did not, those shinobi did not last very long. It looks like the blink does not drop the arrows. Or he teleported into the arrows. Yeah, those shinobi got crushed. This is okay, good to know. Shinobi are not good versus English. Particularly if the English has 16 villagers shooting them all at once, or 3/4 of the villagers. Scout is down, not big surprise. So we've got the king and 1 scout there. Destroyed Valley, can't really be focusing on that anymore. Cancel town center among other things, yep. King took a bit of damage there. So for now, don't worry about the destroyed value since the town center got cancelled there. And I'm feeling maybe the landmark did at once, but who knows. The king took a bit of damage there, has a bit of health regen to work with himself. As much as I said, oh, shinobi seemed pretty good, but I suppose one shinobi was not going to work out versus all those villagers, or even just 2. And since the English just has those short bows, they're able to get a lot of damage on a single point target very quickly without needing to go up and stab him. Floating gate being established, which will of course give access to Shinto priests, and he's also going for a stable here, eyeing for some quick mounted samurai. Even managed to squeeze out a daimyo manor, so you could perhaps go for a banner man before the age up. Probably a good idea to keep the banner man before the age up. Looks like the king will be taking on Pumbaa. The Kuna Matata has been disturbed. 8 villagers there. Level 2 wheelbarrow now being researched. And there's the Uma Banner Man. Regular mounted samurai probably soon on the way. Just needs some more food. English player will have good town centers. We do have enough resources to age up. We're probably going to see the White Tower. White Tower being established right there. The king's probably going to have to be sacked to help this out. The mounted samurai, the banner man, will easily defeat the king. And right now, the mounted samurai does have 22 damage at the moment, so it won't 2 shots of villagers. We need all 3 of his blacksmith upgrades to do that. The English player is going to lose a decent number of villagers. Luckily, he has a secondary town center as a consolation prize. The king, of course, has pretty poor DPS. Attack speed is pretty slow. Another mounted samurai here. The White Tower will be completed relatively soon. Does get charged there. Does get 1-2 swipe thanks to the charge attack. And with the bannerman nearby, this mounted samurai will get 2-shot these villagers. Killing off 7 villagers. The English player has actually killed off 1. I'm not sure from where. Managed to take out both of them, but that did, of course, stabilize the potential economics here. We've got something inside the town center. What it is, I'm not sure. Looks like it was a villager. I saw the 1Z up there. Yep, the villager saying ZZZ out loud by screaming it. That's clearly what that means. There's yelling Z so they get noticed, so you can move them around. We do have another banner man here. Good number of mounted samurai and the scout. Shinto priest here. a round of basic walls being deployed on the field. More mounted samurai being deployed by the Japanese player. The English player should respond to with crossbowmen. Going for his own knights. They are going to be inferior to the mounted samurai. They effectively have the same stats, but the deflection course will give them... Oh, looks like the damage aura gets subsided when they're in throwing torches, so it does not improve the torch damage. It actually physically removes the aura effect while throwing torches. That's interesting. I wonder if it's the state has to be with the bandit throwing torches, is whenever the mounted samurai throwing torches. Never noticed this weird quirk. He has taken out the palisade wall, which also destroyed this other set of wall segments. Will not destroy the palisade gate. Oh, it will destroy the palisade gate. Don't know what I was thinking. I probably was thinking a bit too much of Age mythology. Got the king here. And the Shinto priest gonna grab some relics. Yellow so far has claimed one. Yellow definitely has significant amount of field control. We do have another crossbowman being employed in field. The secondary town center still providing additional villagers. Of course, not all those villagers can find harbor. The knights can intercept, help delay this. One crossbowman for support, one scout in the region. Could focus on the scout there. Taking on the scout is actually quite important, because it removes the spotting radius. Now they're pretty blind. The mounted samurai, speaking about pretty blind, finds the white tower again. Fair amount of damage from that mounted samurai, almost knocks it out. I think the deflection aura did actually manage to save it there. Not aura, but ability. This here probably won't destroy the gate. And so I'm going to repair up the wall segment there. He can try squeezing the samurai along the wall, try to stab the villagers repeatedly. King and knights pushing forward. Villagers backing off away from, I'm guessing it was a buried deposit. Fair amount of impalements there. He does have textiles, so they can withstand another shot there. And if they're just without the charge attack, they will withstand 4 hits, or take 4 hits to kill. Multiple Shinto shrines here, designed to try to grab those relics as quickly as it can. The English player has not got any monks in the field. One relic here, another relic over here. And yellow's picked up 2 relics and claimed the 3rd. So yellow could claim every single relic, which will provide an excellent amount of gold, not than the Shinto Yoshiros for the additional income, which you could put that in gold and get between all the extra gold. That's a lot of extra gold income. Was it up to 8 Yoshiro, which is what, 400 gold potentially, plus all 5 relics, which is another 400 gold. Or is that 200 gold? No, that's 400 gold. So you could potentially get up to 800 passive gold, which is, well, a significant amount. Does get these guys quite nicely. You start repairing that wall segment again. So I'm gonna capture the sacred site there. We do now have the Daimyo Palace being deployed in the field. That has been deployed in the field. Lancers do get a bit of impalement there. Tails focus on the wounded mounted samurai there. The wounded knights are falling on backs. Crossbowmen taking some hits there. Knights being rotated back on in. They're not taking damage at the moment. One knight just get picked off there. Villagers coming to support. More crossbowmen advancing. Good micro there by Purple the crossbowmans. Another mounted samurai going down. Villagers will be picked on off. The English player still has a superior number of villagers. Good for now. Wait a second. This is the only trade post on the map. Let's look at that mounted samurai there. There's only one trade post on the map. I've been seeing a number of bugs on this map. And there's only one trade post on this map. So if the English player wants to get extra gold income outside of the enclosures, you'll have to trade with this trade post. Am I blind? Yeah, there's no trade post here. It didn't spawn this map. I've been noticing that this map has been quite asymmetrical and some sides of the map just not been spawning properly. I just realized that. So the English player has to solely rely on enclosures. I was going to say he's going to miss out the relics. He's going to miss out on the, of course, it doesn't have your shares for gold income. Enclosures is nice and all, but he still may want to get some extra supplementary gold income with the market, which is pretty safe on this map. The fact that he didn't have a market spawn on this side of the map means it's not safe at all. You can still claim a relic from the Forgotten Ruins. Same thing with yellow. Probably a good idea to task a villager there. It would be useful for help getting more bannermans either way. But still, Magenta will have to try to secure this trade post in order to get out trade caravans. Which is feasible. There's not too much terrain here to block off, and here as well, but still. At that point in time, if they say Magenta put some walls there, he could simply put a siege tower there and start firing over there. But my apologies, saw the icon comment there. What's the trade time? Oh, what is the tent icon? It is something that added in the last expansion pack. The Forgotten Ruins. You can task a villager inside of it. You get 60 stones per minute. When the and you don't have to worry about any sort of drop off. And after 6 minutes, it creates a creates a relic. So it's a good way to get some stone, as well as potentially a relic later on. But still, that is no substitute for a trade post. While the king did get some age-up benefits, it's still very inferior to knights and lancers and particularly mounted samurai, so this is too much for Magenta to claim. Those are villagers, not crossbowmans. We do have the longbowman research, or was that the Yumi archer? It looks like we got Yumi archers being employed on the field. Though Purple can deploy his own pair of markets and do internal trainings, but it's like a 30%, 33% or 25% negative. So it's a lot, you get a lot less income that way, but sometimes he may just need to get out that little extra gold income. Maybe 10 to 20 traders on that and live with it. But he does have a bit of deficit there. I don't see any chats and one doing these multiplayer casts, so if you were to message his opponent saying, hey, there's no trade post inside the map, don't touch yours as good sportsmanship, that would be, of course, good sportsmanship. Now it's time right here. Scout should spot him. Oops. Knight, I cannot select do that. Should be able to quickly pick that off. I'm going to go ahead and minimize the mini-map now as the game starts to continue on. We do now the Wurmgard Palace being pulled on the field, as was a trebuchet. Wurmgard Palace gives a lot of fun assets, particularly the Wurmgard Rangers. Or Weingard, not Wurmgard. I keep on putting R there. There's no R. If you were to pull it right at the end, it becomes an R. Crossbow now being pulled in the field. Scout will be going on down. Japanese are pretty known to go for heavy Onibuki shells in the later games, so Wurmgard Raiders would be quite excellent. And if he ages up to Tengashima Gunsmith, you of course get access to some excellent gunpowder units, which the Wurmgard Rangers could counter the hand cannoneers from that. But of course, the Otsu is a heavy range gunpowder unit, which will means it gets countered by crossbowmen instead. Let's see, English player is going for the Wurmgard Footman. It is a man-arms variant, which has bonus entries cavalry, but has less range armor. Once one of them gets deployed out of the field, or one group of them, I will select it and show you their stats. Since it's probably something I don't know exactly off the top of my head. Got the elite crossbone research now on the way. Warren Guard footmen do take 40 seconds, same thing as Warren Guard rangers. Good damage there. There's a Warren Guard footman, has less melee armor, not less range armor. 3, 6, 20 damage, plus 5 is cavalry, so it's like the Shinobi, but armored. And the attack speed's actually relatively slow as well. I think the health is greater than man-at-arms. Yeah, much greater. Man-at-arms are usually, what, 225 on elite? Oh, these guys do have a nice 280. They have enough armor to resist the Yumis, while also having the correct typing against them as well. English players going for a heavy number of crossbowmen. No more Warren Guard footmen at the moment. Oh, nope, got another group of them there, just not stacking up like that. I'm pretty sure they are affected by armor clad, so it'd be a good idea to get that research sooner rather than later. White Tower taking more damage there. Yellow's claimed every single sacred site and has 4 out of 5 relics claimed. The last one just picked up in one of the guys' hands. Outpost, fortified, spring guard upgrade, basic defense, just preventing a single unit from decapturing it. Each player's not going for enclosures. The Japanese player has enough gold to age up and needs more food. The White Tower is now becoming the Fire Tower. And Lucy stopped repairing it. Since it's a landmark, only takes wood to repair. Right now, the army size, Yellow has a much higher army value, but Magenta does have a bit more of a counter army, going for more Warren Guard footmen. The number of the Oni Mushas, which is the mounted archers, is the crossbow replacement for the Japanese. The king is here. So the mounted samurai is starting going down. Of course, he's still age 3. The English player is starting to get age 4 units online. Incendiary is probably a good idea. Of course, gold's always a bit of an issue sometimes. Each player has 105 villagers, so the longer the game goes on, the more his economy will pay out. Nice charge before, get some good hits there on some of those trebuchets. The king is dead. Crossbone push right forward. Some Onimusha here. Try and focus on some of the crossbone, not focus on the Warren Guard footmen. This you may just want to delete the stables, causing mobility issues. Got another network of castles pulling field, maybe network citadels. Nope, just network castles. Yellow's falling on back. Magenta has a pretty good defensive point there and a good counter army. Yumi archers right now doing 9 damage. The Warren Guard footmen have 8 armor, so those Yumi archers only do 1 damage, which is not good enough. Japanese player is starting to mix in some more spearmen, but the problem is the English player has nothing for those spearmen to really counter. He has gone for no more knights. And more crossmen to build a queue. I don't think Magenta has a university just yet. Yep, no university just yet. Any more infrastructure there. Is going for more Warren Guard footmen. Has decent supply resources. Could has a handful of villagers start repairing the White Tower. And now the Japanese players are going to pull out some more farms. Many spread out some farmhouses along the edges, so better drop-off points. All 6 sides still catch up with the Japanese players, so in 7 minutes he may win. So this game may end around the 30-minute mark. Veteran samurai being employed in the field. You do have the fortified outposts there, and Tegashima gunsmith now being employed in the field. I suppose Onimusha will still be useful against all the Warren Guard footmen. Fortified outpost. No one's. Oh, there's incendiary arrows. The armor tactics would be quite nice, but it's particularly expensive. He doesn't have too much wood at the moment as well. Outpost gets set ablaze. Magenta's just going to ignore the outpost and start pushing forward. There's Higashima. Oh no, wait. That's Castle Crow. I didn't see him swap out the landmark. My apologies. Castle Crow now being put in the field, which will of course utilize that trade post there to get some free resources, about 2,000 every 5 minutes. Number of samurai here, which samurai against all the crossbows is a bad idea, so Paul should stop doing samurai. Magneto is definitely a good option. Rolling oil being researched there, has not set up a treasure caravan just yet. Paul should, there we go, treasure caravan summon. Providing, yep, I guess correctly, 2,000. It's 2,013 resources. And it is like every 5 minutes, right? 300 seconds, so 6 minutes. No, 5 minutes. I was correct. The forge has been set ablaze. Central Secret Site has been decaptured. White Tower. Could at least task a village or two to start repairing it. Elite Armor Tactics, Elite Mana Arms, and Elite Horsemans. More crossbowmen. If one to pull out more spearmen, Warren Guard Rangers definitely be the way. The capital does have 3 defensive arrows to defend himself with. A handful of outposts being put on the field for the network of castles. Don't think that there's network citadel being researched just yet. Nope, it's not. Yellow has obtained the Forgotten Ruins. Magenta's armor clad's almost complete. It is now complete. I see 2-4 armor, so now the Wormguard footman has 10 range armor. Well, I best not go for Wormguard footman against Onabugishans with their high attack speed. These guys don't have good melee armor. Spearmen are heading over to this berry bush. Large number of spearmen there, stabbing a bunch of villagers. Number of mounted samurai over here. Still just got wooden walls. Gold deposit claim. This may be traversable now. The Onimusha, Oda tactics. Basic stone walls there. Villagers building a castle here, trying to obtain this gold deposit. Last gold deposit other than that one is this one here, which only has 400. And also this one here, so it looks like the Japanese player is able to claim majority of the map on the gold on the map. Of course, English player does have enclosures, but still lacking gold. The Japanese player, of course, has 5 relics and potentially will get 6th one here once this is obtained. But I don't see any countdown timer or anything of that sort onto it, so I'm not sure what's going on there. This force push way forward, push straight into the Daimyo Palace. Villagers managed to back on off, but also Purple's arm is starting to get back to the corner, picking off units one at a time. Can start controlling the destroys forges there, which will reset the Yoshiros. And this bit of SimCity is causing a bit of issue there. Could take out a handful of these villagers. Purple's army sort of just running around pursuing, not getting too much work done, honestly. We got the Otachi research there, +5 versus infantry. Chick side is captured, being neutralized. Each player has gone for a good number of man-at-arms. Warguard Rangers do also hit pretty hard, so I think it may be still a decent item mix on in when fighting against those samurai. They will also be excellent versus the Onimusha and Yumi archers. Those Yumi archers not being upgraded past a veteran. There's another Castle Crow. Oh, pick that thing off. That's 2,000 resources. That was very lucky by Purple. The one moment that it's out, it got ambushed. That is 2,000 value down the drain. Purple's mixing some more man-at-arms, going for more elite crossbowmen. Man-at-arms are still being feared to the samurai. Even though they have armor clad to give them +2/+2 armor, they do lack deflection. And not to mention Otachi gives them +5 for infantry, not to mention Bannerman, +1 blacksmith armor. The man-at-arm spam may not be good enough versus Japanese, especially when he has so much extra passive gold income. And actual gold income. And now he has 20 villagers on gold, the English player has 0. The longer the game goes on, more likely to go in favor of the Japanese players. Shogun Castle now deployed in the field. And get up to 6 Bannermans. Got a good number of Onimusha in the field. Maybe a good idea to go for some Spring Guards. Horsemen coming for a flank. They will counter the Onimusha. Onimushas are particularly squishy. Plus, there's no biology research just yet. Bombard getting counter-barraged by the trebuchets. Horseman finds an excellent flank, takes on those trebuchets next. All the trebuchets do go down. Very nice. More horsemen being pulled in the field and crossbowmen. Double kill, double tap that one horseman, that's not good. Got a good number of Onimusha there. Both sides have a good number of horsemen. So the English player could eye for some spearmen. He's also going for regular longbowmen. No Warguard Rangers. They cost wood and gold. While the longbowmen do not cost any gold. Yeah, as much as I like Warguard Rangers, he is lacking gold. So going for regular longbowmen is probably not a bad idea. He's going for elite longbowmen now, and he does have 0, so that's one less thing he has to worry about. Horseman finding a flank there on the Onimusha. And the Japanese players are mixing some samurai, more horsemen in the build queue, and more spearmen. Elite longbowman now complete. He probably does not have silk bow strings just yet. Yep, 7 tower range. We do have some Warguard armies being put on the field, which is a pretty cheap way to get out some trebuchet. Yeah, I mean, trebuchet costs us what? 550, and the Warguard army itself is only 400 resources, 200 gold as opposed to 150, so a little bit more on gold, but you get, of course, you get all of that trebuchet for a pretty cheap price. You get 2 spearmen, 2 crossbowmen. Warguard army is an excellent value item. It does take a bit of time to deploy on the field, though. Horseman trying to raid some more villages from the Japanese player. Got some walls there, but it is open. Of course, got the stone walls here. This gold is still plentiful. So far, both sides haven't killed too many more villagers over each other. We do now the silk bowstring now being researched by purple. Biology for the Japanese player. Don't think we've seen biology just yet for the English player. He does have a number of horsemen on the field. A handful of men-at-arms over here. Oh, still that's got this large gold deposit here, so the Japanese player is going to be sitting quite pretty for all the gold. The English player just have to play around with enough trash to burn the gold. But wood would be an increasingly big issue on this map. Since this map is filled with mountains, there's not so much wood on this map as compared to others, so the English player will start running out of wood relatively quickly as well. The English player is at max up population. Going for some melee armor. Go for all the blacksmith research. Could I have the arrow volley research? Yep, those Warguard footmen had, what, 280 base health? These guys had 180 base health. Gilams had like 225. But still, Warguard footmen, biggest asset is probably their health, as well as a bit of bonus damage versus cavalry. But their slow attack speed does reduce their DPS. That also does mean they work better versus heavily armored units, since they can punch the armor a little bit more easily. Horsemen once again trying to raid some villagers. And without the biology research, the rocket emplacement will one-shot these cavalry units. Number of fortified outposts there. One being upgraded with cannon. This one's up. All of them upgraded with cannon, so we got a nice cannonade there. Both sides are amassing some forces. Onimusha eyeing up here. Purple's just trying to go for some basic walls. We got siege engineers pulling out some battering rams. Interrupts his own scaffolding there. The man-at-arms are building battering rams inside the shrubbery, so they don't see them at the moment. Does spot the battering ram there. Alright, so it does see them because it destroys the shrubbery there. Never mind. Or is a scout there? Nope. We do now have serpentine gunpowder being deployed on the field by the Japanese player. We do now have shattering projectiles being researched. English player has plenty of food and wood to work with. Probably get a massive production queue going. And still only has hardened spearmen, so he's got no spearmen upgrades. Not even the hardened spearmen upgrade. Grease axle now being researched by the English player. Oh, looks like this excavation site has dropped off the relic there. Somehow Yellow's is oh, he captured it, but he hasn't actually put the villager inside. Now there's a villager inside of it. He just simply captured it. I assume if it was captured, there's a village inside of it. Bombard's taking out the fortified outposts. Longbowmen now engaging. Bombards have 10 range. Longbowmen have 8.5. Horsemen push way forward. Got crossbowmen advance way forward. Trebuchets will probably keep their distance. Also, they're going to counter barrage the bombards. Japanese players pushing forward to quite a bit of stuff here. The English players queued up a good number of horsemen, longbowmen, and crossbowmen in reserve. Longbowmen focus down the hand cannoneers with some horsemen pursuing them now. Samurai trying to pursue those horsemen. Trebuchets getting a good volley there onto the bombard. Thanks to the shattering projectiles, they're a bit more reliable in taking out counter sieging. Horseman trying to find the hand cannoneers once again. Crossbowman holding the line, longbowman being micro backwards. Now both are being micro backwards. The cannonade here has gone down. We've still got this cannon. 6 trebuchets in the field. That's maybe a little bit too many. Do have now another Worm Guard army being put on the field. Each player, with his shorter reinforcement time, is able to counterattack quite easily now. Though as the lines start compressing, Japanese players have better time with his reinforcement. Both players have 106 villagers. Recently obtained a caravan. Horsemen moving around. You have the rocket place to take out some more of those horsemen. No biology upgrades still, so those rocket emplacements will one-shot them. Trebuchets counter barraging the bombard and also hitting a barracks. Getting a good amount of damage there onto that bombard. The horsemen being intercepted by the horsemen. Yellow's now going for chemistry. More walls being established there, just some basic control walls. Now the Worm Guard army being pulled on the field. Could queue up a couple more of them due to his high cost efficiency. Bombard advancing. That'll do some fair amount of damage there. One more volley and that bombard will be going down. Fires. And hits some samurai instead. Villagers bring to that bombard once again. Yep, these horsemen trying to sneak around won't do much. Horsemen sneaking around, there's some infrastructure there, and actually a decent hole here. Each player could put some stone wall or stone towers along that wall. Probably not useful. Another line of outposts here, unupgraded, all of them. Another town center deployed on the field over here. Oh no, that's the capital. The Empire is going to lose a handful of villagers. Veteran Spearman and Biology not being researched by the English player. Triple stacks the wooden walls. Japanese player. Oh, we just canceled like 17 samurai that was in the build queue. We do now have the elite mounted samurai and another daimyo shogunate castle being employed in the field somewhere over here. This, of course, will give more bannermen. He's up to 9 potential bannermans. Plus an extra villager cube would not hurt in the future. Nice volley there by the trebuchets. So the trebuchets are, and everything's having trouble moving around. May want to build some extra gates. "50 samurai on the field, 15 mounted samurai on the build queue." The one stable here of the Yoshiro could be deleted to free up the Yoshiro. The other one's 1, 2, 3. I don't just see 3 Yoshiro back there. Mount Samurai on the field. Crossman makes a good call. Good hit there by the trebuchets. Longbow will be finding behind the back line. Trebuchets line up a shot there. Probably should start eyeing to hit those bombards. Massive there, 1. Magenta's front line and back line is starting to disintegrate. He's at the outpost. More man-at-arms, horsemen, and crossmen being along the build queue for Magenta. Has some gold stockpiled up. Trebuchets get a good volley there. Almost knocks out 2 more of those bombards. Magenta's having trouble no, he's not having trouble remaxing, just have trouble fighting. Yellow's forces, however, having trouble with surface area. Trebuchet missed the bombards. And it's starting to pull back now. The more urbanized terrain is causing mobility issues for both sides. Trebuchets could be eyeing for those hand cannoneers. Gets good volume on the hand cannoneers. Take out some more of the wooden walls. Increasing surface area for both sides. Yellow, both of them are maintaining pretty good production. Preventing, but then both of them not at pop cap. Kind of barrage the bombards there. Getting some good damage on those bombards. Another volley there on the hand cannoneers. Yellow's starting. Both sides are having trouble remaxing still. Yellow only has 69 villagers, which is a nice amount, but not probably plentiful enough. Also means Yellow's army is going to be significantly larger. Of course, he is fighting to network of citadels. Commander Ship does indeed have a favorite store on the citadel. We have some more hits there. Horsemen pushing around. Horsemen starting to get picked off there, trying to flank around. Finds some of the forces, but getting intercepted. More crossbowmen, more man-at-arms, and a little bit more horsemen. More of these palisade walls are going down. The English player's been building quite a bit of them. Knocks out Bombard there. Only 5 Bannerman in the field. He does have at least 1 of each right now. Maybe we've got to get at least 2 or 3 of each. More barracks now being established. Yellow has a good number of horsemen to build here. Some samurai, some hand cannoneers. With 10 villagers of gold and maintain 1300, while the English player has 0 and has 800 gold per minute. More horsemen push away forward, trying to do some more raiding. Of course, being intercepted by the Shogunate castles. More walls being established. Do now have more melee armor being researched by the English player. So needs plus 1 melee damage. He also redeploy the king if he so chooses. Horseman in the back line could start shorting down the structure of your Shiros just to be annoying. Oh, finds a hand cannoneer. That's a nice little pick. English player is pretty low in gold. No Vanguard Rangers. He has 9 trebuchets at the moment. At this point in time, Yellow Mini got some Shinto priests on the front line just to get a little bit of health for Jin. To help heal up the units that are getting wounded by these shrapnel round trebuchets. 80 versus 92 villagers. Japanese guy has a nice balance of resources, including stone. Well, the English player has mostly just food. Entirely of food. Actually running low on wood. Running out of tree deposits over here, so the English player needs to start eyeing tree deposits relatively soon. More sporadic damage there. Bombar's straight forward, takes out a crossbowman. Now, one of these Bombars is quite wounded. Actually took out all the villagers there, so no more repair villagers. More of these wooden palisade walls starting going down. Bill's horseman straight forward, which will accomplish pretty much nothing. Good volley there. It's hard to say. Purple is definitely in the back end, or magenta. It's more of a purple color in this game. Magenta is more of a brighter color, if that makes any sense. They always get the two mixed up. Horseman trying to slip on in. Garros got the capital there. Good. That's a pretty good amount of damage there. These trebuchets are actually doing a fair amount of damage. Just a fair amount of attrition damage. Horseman being intercepted. I can get another drink from nearby. My apologies if you hear it open up. But I feel like I'll need some more caffeine. Yellow's now pushing way forward. Magenta's falling back. Part of his forces are in the back line. We got 85 or 79 villagers. Purple has some woodworkers, but has a massive queue of units, so that's not an issue. He is also going for the elite Vanguard Rangers. I can show them off. For comparison, the elite crossman right now is doing 14 damage, 95 health, and is at 8.5 range. Man arms straight forward. Also queued up another Vanguard army. Samurai push straight forward. The crossman still probably a better choice against these samurai. The Vanguard Rangers should punch them reasonably well enough, though. These players add max up population, so they're not going to be deployed out anytime soon. Horseman trying to flank around once again. More horsemen advancing. And we've also got a banner man there. Or that's that mounted samurai. Mounted samurai. Yellow's pulling back, repairing up some of the bombards. He needs a Shinto priest or two. I'm not sure how many he has in the field at the moment, just the one, which its health regen could be very nice right now. Does not have AoE health regen as an upgrade, right? Honestly, Shinto Ritual is not too terribly bad of an upgrader now, though he is actually lacking gold. Looks like his passive gold income is now equal to the English player, so they both may actually have passive gold income at the moment. Enclosures is just that strong versus 6 relics versus 1 relic. So they have now equal passive gold income. All the gold in the map is, except for this deposit here, has been consumed. So now the game will start stabilizing, and the English player has bigger resource reserve. Japanese player could probably try to sell the 2,000 stone for gold. That may be a good option. If it's coming from me, it's probably a bad option. Samurai and horseman push way forward. Man assignment or trebuchet is still causing them some issues. None of the Warren Guard Rages have managed to be pulled in the field, so can't show them off just yet. Spearmen push forward. Of course, they are just hard veteran spearmen. The English player may want to synchronize his trebuchets because I think he has enough trebuchets to one-shot a bombard if he were to synchronize his shots. Maybe some more outposts up here wouldn't be half bad. Gains a fair amount of damage there. Japanese player just actually needs Shinto Priest just to heal himself up with nutrition to mitigate the damages. I suppose one big aspect that is going in favor for the Japanese player is his Castle Crow. Every 6 minutes he gets 600 gold. That's 50 gold per minute. That's not actually super great. A number of these palisade walls are starting to go on down. Five trebuchets. Gets a fair amount of splash damage. Get some good damage on those Mangonels. Mangonels, however, got a pretty good sweep there. Not enough population drop for the Warren Guard Ranger to spawn out. He has a pretty good queue of everything. Yellow started pushing forward, so the game may be closed out really soon if the English player cannot withstand this. He has good enough trebuchets to defend with, plus he has a white castle here without any upgrades or a network of citadels. Horseman comes forward a little bit of flank hit, but it does find some samurai. Oh, yep, sorry, caffeine in a can. Just some monsters. Let's see now. Like I said, look at this wounded force. This can cause Japanese players to lose an assault or lose a defense because the face will start disintegrating very quickly. I still believe that Shinto priest or two is actually required. The English player is doing excellent with these trebuchets, just slowly whittling his opponent down. It has a massive queue of crossbowmen and horsemen. Japanese player has a number of horsemen and samurai on the build queue. He is actually lacking some of the, that's the range bannerman, right? No, that is the mounted bannerman. Yep, the population space as well. Luckily, he will have at least a wave of reinforcements queued on up. When a unit goes down, it'll be quickly replaced. But of course, it can cause a whole mess of issues. Horsemen push way forward, but being stopped by a horseman. Right now, both players have actually quite low villager count, so the English player has plenty of food. Maybe we sell off 10,000 food to get some gold. Japanese player could start selling the food first, sell off 5,000 food to get some gold. Good volley there. Mangonels get a pretty good volley there. And there as well. English players taking a lot of hits there from those Mangonels. The game has reached the 1 hour point. Horsemen do get clean up there. We don't see any Wargun Rangers just yet. He has not dropped enough population to spawn them out. He has so many other units to consume that population queue. I really want to see them out on the field. Got some lumber cans to be established by the Japanese player. Some stone walls there by Magenta. There's a bit of opening there. Magenta's trying to claim that's wood. We do have a castle here. Trebuchets straight forward. Mangonels even hits a lot of other units there. We do have 5 Mangonels in the field that even close up the men-at-arms. And stray wall segments. Bombars straight forward. I think they're trying to hit some trebuchets. Crossbow firing away. Any players are reinforced being redeployed quickly before even any Warguard Raiders get pulled in the field. Trebuchets fires a volley. Gets a pretty good hit there. Needs one more hit to take out Mangonel. Horsemen and crossbowmen being streamed on in. And a Warguard Rangers actually are not being properly queued. I see 6 populations free, but they're not being pulled in the field. It may be getting a little bit bugged. Horseman push forward. Does he got some of these siege weapons? And maybe the Warguard army. Yeah, it looks like the Warguard army was queued up before them. That's why they weren't being pulled in the field. The Warguard army came first. Purple's trying to flank those siege weapons once again. Crossbowmen just being streamed on in. Horse in the back line do get cleaned on up. Another good volley there on bombard by the trebuchets. More main arms just being streamed on in. Missed there, largely. And there as well. Yellow's trying to fall back at regroup. Both players have maxed out population still, so neither of them having that issue. The Yellow's queue is quite small. He needs to get more units queued on up. Good amount of resources, need to take time to queue them up. The English player still has a massive queue of units stored on up. The English player right now will outlast the last Japanese player. Another good volley there in that bombard. Bombards looks like we'll go down to this next volley. Crossbowmen trying to engage. Got a number of drop banners here. A lot of melee bannerman banners. Another round of Mangonel hits there. Hits some longbowmen. 6 Warguard Rangers deployed in the field, but they have not a single group of them has deployed and dropped enough population. Mangonels get a good volley there, takes out a bombard there, is able to one-shot them now with this proper synchronous shot. Next trebuchet shot. Takes out a Mangonel or two. Crossbow push forward, being set by some horsemen. The players maintaining a queue of samurai, more horsemen than good, getting some more hand cannoneers. One group of Warren Guard Rangers have been put in the field. They, as opposed to 14 damage of Longhorn, they have 18 damage, even higher multipliers, and have a 9.55 range. So it's just ever so slightly shorter than bomb bars. So these guys can be used to pull out take up bomb bars. They also have 30 additional health. And attack speed is, that could be the network of castles speeding them up, so that's probably the same. But opponent does have a significant number of samurai. As much as I like Warren Guard Rangers, the crossbows are probably the better option. But mixing two groups together wouldn't be half bad. Right now they're doing 18 damage per shot. The samurai do, of course, have 9 armor, so they receive 9 damage per shot. But their extra range makes them very difficult to deal with. Not to mention, Mangonels have 9 range, so the Warren Guard Rangers do outrange the Mangonels, which are supposed to be their counter. Good number of men-arms here for escort. Trebuchets trying to run away. Crossbow and Warren Guard Rangers sort of stepping along with the trebuchets as the horsemen try to intercept. Crossbow and Warren Guard Rangers push forward. Men-at-Arms just trying to be a bit of a meat shield. They are inferior to the samurai. Crossbowmen remain on the queue, had a mass queue of them, and some horsemen, yellow or purple, needs to get more queues going. He has still a handful of queues of Warren Guard Rangers. They are expensive in gold, so maybe good idea to cancel them and go for other units, honestly. The gold could be better used in Man-at-Arms, which he does need more of them going. He has 300 gold, max out population. He does have trouble maxing out population. He has a decent amount of resources. Both players are below 100 villagers, which means both sides' armies are in the very ludicrous level. I'm just so used to a lot of games where players have around 130 to 120 to 150 villagers. In this case, they have a low number, which means massive army sizes. 105 versus 107 both has, oh, one almost has 10, the other one has 14 siege weapon population. Both of them are just fielding massive armies. Trebuchets doing some excellent work. These English trebuchets being far more effective than I expected. This may be one of the best maps for the trebuchets due to the laned nature. And English has got locked down this flanking effect, and the English player has not been exploiting this flank there. But there's a castle along that area, so it's not necessarily a hard lock, just a soft lock. Wait, that's the wrong term for that sort of thing. Horsemen trying to flank around, and Purple's forces are getting trapped on both sides of the gates. Trebuchets nails a bombard, does not take it out in one hit though. It looks like Magenta's force is completely surrounded, but with the walls it's hard to traverse one flank from another flank. Some of the trebuchets are being exposed, some of those bombards are going down. Jeff player has 2 bombards remaining and has a good stockpile of resources, including gold. Of course, he is playing Japan, who does not have access to tithe barns. Something I always have to remind myself. Lax or Shiro, get extra gold income. Or Lax tithe barn gets your Shiro, which do have alternatives, but he has no way to generate stone for free. Another network of citadels. We've got even bug scaffolding there. These are not even structures to cancel. Horsemen coming on in. I think yellow needs to get out more mangonels, but these trebuchets are a huge issue for yellow. He really needs to take out those trebuchets. He can't deploy siege weapons, the proper counter unit to these units, until these trebuchets are gone, since these English player has a critical number of them for counter barraging. So far for 1 hour 10 minutes, or 11 minutes. And unlike most games, both players have gold to spend, so it's not a trash fight either. We got value. It's a high quality prolonged game as well. Let's see, 84 versus 81 villagers. 80 gold or 800 gold per minute versus got a decent amount of gold. Looks like he must have received a deposit of Castle Crow recently. Maybe not. Is that actually up to 1300? Oh, fresh. Oh, he is actually going for a handful of traders, so he is going to get some extra gold income via that way. Very, very good. But right now he does need more food income. He can collect wood income, just go for non-trash units. He only has 60 villagers on the field. And only a handful of them on wood, so he has an adequate number on wood, I would say, for now. Yellow's straightforward. These walls have been oh so annoying for Yellow to deal with. Trebuchets fires a volley. Takes out some a Yumi Bannerman, not a great target there. Horseman makes a fine opening there. Trying to go for the trebuchets. Cross one, there's just enough fat slotting by magenta in order to prevent yellow from breaking through. Oh, the king is dead. I didn't realize he rebuilt the king. Long live the king. We have now Warren Raiders being put on the field, which is a fast deployment of horsemen and knights with a slight discount. The king is being redeployed. Might as well rebuild the king. Also, I sort of think the king should be a unit that automatically respawns like the Khan. I think that'll be a nice way to change it up a little bit. Reduce the first one's production time so it's no longer free, but increase the build time, and it'll just be continuous production of them. I don't know how long the build queue should be. Maybe just equal how long it takes to rebuild the Khan. And call it good. Horseman straightforward. He will start finding these traders. He knows where the trade post is, so he could try going towards it. We've got stone walls here. He could try sending a raid down here. This area is open, so Horseman could charge down here and clear it out. It'll be an interruption. That's it. Excuse me. Of course, Purple will need more horsemen for that. He has a good queue of them going with some Warguard Raiders. He still has a number of Warguard Rangers on the build queue as well. The Japanese player might as well go for the last bit of range damage. It will help his defenses for a slight amount. It does make a difference. Yeah, it feels like the Japanese economy is doing quite poorly. You note that I'm talking about in-game, nothing related to real life. All economies are not doing so great nowadays. The English player is actually low on wood as well, has 9 villagers in wood, 2 villagers on gold, while I clean up this last bit of gold here. Some gold diggers. So poor wood reserve, plenty of food. To queue up a massive pile of man-at-arms. Maybe try to squeeze out some more barracks and just try to flood the opponent with man-at-arms. This one's trying to flood in some horsemen. Crossbowmen straight forward. Number of horsemen charge away forward. Keeping the trebuchets alive is important. While the horsemen are countered by crossbowmen, there's enough junk in the way preventing surface area. Samurai starting to close on in. Gets a good volley. Takes out one of the mangonels with his one of the trebuchets with his mangonels. Bombard trying to push his way forward as well. Gets another hit there. Takes out another trebuchet. Very good. Counter barraging. He managed to connect on something. But now we got the walls. Some farms got killed off there. I don't know how important that is at the moment. These players lost some villagers, but also means getting a large military force in the field. He has a little bit of a Q issue going. He actually has decent enough mana arms. Probably enough crossbowmen. One Warguard Ranger remaining. We've got battery rams trying to push along the flank, trying to clean up those markets, trying to get rid of the market economy. Since he can't get a market economy, or at least he can at least trade with himself at minimum. I wonder if players forget that you can trade with yourself. Good hits there. Trebuchets connect onto the mangonels. Rolls a miss there. Crossman push way forward. Man at arms engaging. Good hits there on those man at arms. More of these crossmen getting knocked out. These boys having trouble remaxing, which is a bit of a problem. He has more Warguard Rangers beyond the build queue. Bombard is getting counter barrage by the trebuchets. The king is dead. Cannoneers push right forward. Warguard Rangers will be excellent counter them. Magema's starting to get broken through. All of his gold has been consumed. There's been a crossman and horseman being queued on up. 9 Warguard Rangers still on the field. Yellow's man's break on through. He's actually running low on food though. He has plenty of wood and gold, so maybe going for some units evolving those. More siege weapons. The English play actually deployed on a handful of knights, 3 of them. That's why with the Warguard Raiders. Battery rams now push right forward. Ooh, these battery rams took quite a beating. Decapturing the sacred site there. There's a good way to decrease this opponent's gold income. Good volley there. The longer the game goes on, I think the English player will do a little bit better. But the lack of this on the English side, I'm going to be blunt. That could be what loses in the game. While it's always a bad idea to blame sort of things like, oh, bad map generation, in this case, it's actually legitimate. Crossbowing in a pretty good concave there, push way forward. Mangonel gets a decent hit there. Trebuchets looks to try and hit the Mangonel. Mangonel will be packed up before getting one more volley off. Will be picked off there. Crossbow push way forward. Japanese players probably remaxing. He's has resources queued on up and needs to actually queue up the units. Got a good number of bannermans on the field. The Japanese players forgetting to remax out. He's down with 50 population. This is a huge issue. Stone wall. Oh nope, those are just palisade walls for the English player. Kill some more bombards, home horsemen, samurai, more bannermans. He has resources. I'm not sure why he's not queuing up even more. The player was allowed to be knocked out, but with this brief moment of room to breathe, he's able to stabilize at least. He has enough wood to spend on to various units, whether it be longbowmen and horsemen. I think he's someone who's veteran spearmen, which he's fighting against stuff that's not veteran spearmen useful against. So it's probably a good idea to go for horsemen. Longbowmen probably won't do very well with all the samurai. Could spend gold on the Warguard arms is probably the best option right now to get out more trebuchets. And handful of veteran spearmen, not necessarily half bad. Yellow is traders now starting to be intercepted. Red player still has trouble remaxing. Wait, he has some production structures, a lot of production structures. Okay, I was thinking like, oh, how much production did he lose? Not all of it, far from it. Yellow's out of food. He sort of just needs anything on the field. He could also for some Onimusha. Or that costs food, right? I'm thinking Age of Mythology of wood and gold. Yeah, right now food is his biggest issue, so pull out some Mangonels. Get anything on the field, because he just needs something. Castle Crows. This is quite important. Castle Crow's treasure caravan just got deployed in the field. And looks nearly identical to the others. I think it's slightly different. But if that connects, I'll give him a... Never mind. Yep, right now the jet player is lacking food. That's his biggest issue. Safe villagers on farm, 6,000 food per minute. Or 3,000 food per minute, nearly 4,000 food. Treasure caravan... may have dropped off. I don't see it alive anymore. So I'm not sure where the treasure caravan's at the moment. Horseman backline just causing issues. Very good. Yellow's starting to get an army in the field, but can't be... has some food to work with. Can be sustained. Yellow and Magenta's right now, or Purple's still lacking gold, of course. Just going straight for a crossbone horseman. That's probably the best composition. Some Warring Guard armies would probably be a good way to help supplement it. Since it would be very cost effective pulling out those. Since the trebuchet would be 150, the crossbone are 48, so that would effectively be 230 gold worth for units and 200 gold. With a couple free spearmen to go along with it. Now I mentioned the wood would be quite cheap as well. Trebuchets got a pretty good volley there. These trebuchets has been keeping the English player very much in the game. When it comes to Troy Valley, right now they're pretty equal. Fighting the Shogunate Castle, not exactly a great idea. Castle of Crow has been repaired up by 3 damage. You monster. Samurai charging way forward. Yeah, I just want to fall back. Has some food to work with. Not a massive production queue at the moment. Going for more hand cannoneers. Oh, the king is dead. The king's being redeployed on the field. Long live the king. More horsemen push way forward. Crossbow as well. Mangonel's find a counter barrage here onto the Mangonel. Here comes another wave of trebuchets. Another excellent hit there. Like I said as well, he also needs Shinto priests just to get these guys passively healed. 69 crossbow on the field. Nice. 49 samurai. 26 hand cannoneers. There's horseman goes down to the Shogunate Castle. Shogunate capital. Good damage there. Trebuchet is starting to fall back. Does take a hit there from a bombard. Shogunate Castle not being repaired up just yet. The English player is now down below 10,000 food, and the king is dead. The king's being redeployed in the field. Long live the king. Mangonel took a pretty good volley there. No siege works just yet on these trebuchets for more health. I suppose they've been staying alive well enough, but that could have actually been very useful. Should be allowed them to take another hit from the bombards, right? Don't know the exact math there, off the top of my head. Oh, we got the fast slob of walls. In fact, they actually trapped a good number of these trade caravans. Magenta should eye for some stone walls over here if possible. 38 stone. Buy 100 stone, you should be able to wall it off with some stone walls. Horseman's trying to free them now. The Japanese player has a usable amount of gold at the moment, and not pop cap, and has some resources to work with. I think Mangonel is still the way to go for the Japanese player. Up to you for this crossbowman. These horsemen will not take out the Shogunate Castle. The English player could actually build some stone walls there and put some Burgard Rangers, and start doing some being annoying like that. Put a stone tower up, delete it, or keep it there, and that's so you don't have to worry about a gate. Yeah. Samurai push the way forward. Takes out all the trebuchets there. That is quite important. The English player has only 2 trebuchets, 3 more on the way. The king is alive. What's this? Sir King the 10th. You know what? That would be sort of nice. Like the pharaohs from Age of Mythology, have each king get a name to, like, Sir King the X, saying how many kings you've gone through. Machetta's horseman managed to break on through. Does get a pretty good drop off there, but these traders will be going on down. Horseman push on the flank. That's all not traversable. Crossbowman and the king pushing way forward. Horseman there. And purple's going to take time to secure another sacred site. That's quite nice. Every bit of gold counts. Yeah, a number of these farms are actually vacant, and they're actually closer to drop-off points. So some of these farmers need to be retasked over there. Horsemen pushing the way forward. We got multiple siege workshops there. Building some batter rams to batter down his opponent. Here's something that purple can do. Get a siege tower and load up some longbowmen and put them on top of the wall. And just be oh so annoying like that. Then his opponent has to bring back samurai to go up there. That will be just trolly. The game slowed down a little bit there. It does destroy some of these forts that had the Yoshiro inside of them, so it'll be a bit of time before they get redeployed in the field. But this also means we get some free Shinto priests to help heal up his army. That's been I've been mentioning over and over again. These 3 relics will drop, but he has already 2 more Shinto shrines here, so one Shinto priest can simply get them back into these other 2 existing ones. No new infrastructure is required. But he'll nonetheless save the Shinto shrine. Claim some wood there. Wood is probably extremely a bit of a problem for both sides. They're trying to eat the last of wood on the map. The English player has a very good stockpile of resources. The Japanese player is going to get a good stockpile as well. Has a production queue of horsemen, samurai, and cannoneers, but still inferior to the English players. Resource reserve, but the English player has no military reserve at the moment. No production queue going. He needs to queue up a good number of forces. Villagers are advancing somewhere. Doing some outposts there. Looks like he's trying to break on through. Yellow's trying to respond up there. They're smashing their heads in each other. It's been 1 hour straight of them smashing their heads into each other. And now the 130 or 1 hour 30-minute mark, they're going to try. The English are trying to change up a little bit. Stone walls here, so he's going to try to lock down this side of the map so he can deal with this infrastructure. Got some samurai here. Man-arms try to clean up the samurai, then send some more battering rams to batter down his opponent. There's the battering rams now. The man-arms need to go to the samurai. Horsemen moving around here. All the traders, of course, dead. And that honestly unfair advantage has now been equalized. Has not restored the treasure caravan. No, the Castle of Crow is actually not fully rebuilt. You can see here no attack. And since it's in the repair state, it takes double damage. Looks like the man-at-arms will be cleaned on up. Yes. They are so added. 1 hour, 31 minutes. Villager there. Good hit there on those units. Crossbowman firing away. Horseman push way forward. Crossbowman standing in between them trebuchets. The English player has a critical mass of trebuchets now once again. This is probably the most important of the English army right now, and has an excellent number of crossbowmen. And this just not open terrain just causing each of the horsemen to connect. So horsemen can't counter the crossbow nor the siege weapons. And mangonels can't counter the crossbowmen. Yep, he managed to take away his markets. Man-at-arms push way forward. Horsemen now charging on in. Trebuchets now advancing. I think they're going to hit a core of this formation. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to fire at the moment. Nope, they're in range of the bombards. One more shot, and that one could go down. It does go down. Samurai advancing. Got more horsemen crossbowmen straight forward. Jet player has a finally good food stockpile once again. Not too much gold at the moment as well. And he lost all his Shinto Yoshiros, so those take a bit of time to get replenished. Has some gold to work with, not too much wood. Has a lot of stone. He can sell off the stone for gold. Each player starting to spring on, charge on in. Oh, treasure caravan just got dropped off there. That gives them a critical amount of provisions to work with. Castle of Crow will be going down once again. More forces here. Jet player has, both players still has over 100 unit army. Barracks here. Looks like he's just going to try to infest his opponent. One thing I like to do as well myself is build some units and peel them off the opponent's backline in the hidden parts of the base and start infesting the opponent's base with some battering rams. Very, very powerful, particularly for Mongols with the improved lightweight construction beams. Horsemen charging way forward, get some set up some man-at-arms. Samurai advancing as well. And he's probably been doing excellent in Michael this entire game. But looks like the Japanese player may get the full surround now. The English player has plenty of units on the build queue to replenish his losses. Gets a good volley there in the hand cannoneers. Yellow's trying to neutralize the central sacred site. Crossbow in still good numbers. Reinforcements being streamed on in. They just need to be a move forward. He also want to pull back there. Running low on gold. His production queue is not great. Speaking of production queue, he has still production structures up here, just not being queued on up. Yellow's just having trouble remaxing. He could be afflicted by exhaustion. It's the 1 hour 35 minute mark in the game. English player is getting gold from his enclosures upgrade, while the Japanese player getting it from relics and potentially the Yoshiros. But the relics, looks like 3 relics on the map, and this not deposited in there. So he's down a bit of his gold income. He hasn't had time to fix it. Looks like he's starting to fix it now, see one of the relics picked on up. Jet player starting to run out of steam. Looks like he did sell off a good amount of stone. Sell off the rest of it. Battering ram battering down the castle. Both players still, Japanese player not remaxing. The English player is also not remaxed, but has plenty of units on the queue for it. The other player has some samurai. Trebuchets nails the bombard. Japanese player is running low on wood as well, so his horseman production is greatly diminished, to say the least. Now the short value is pretty similar, so both doing quite good there. This time, Japanese players got a bigger concave here. And we also got some horsemen on the flank trying to intercept this bombard. He has some reinforcements back there. He needs to attack, move forward. Hand cannoneers being intercepted by the horsemen as well as the bombard. Trebuchets get a pretty good splash hit there on all the stacked up units there. Yellow's front line is disintegrating. More horsemen push way forward. The crossman has an excellent concave hit. That's just 2 choke points that's funneling the Japanese player in. Good there, hits there on the horseman. And Japanese player has backed out the game at the 1 hour 37 mark. This is great saying thank you for watching and on to next replay. I also need to use the restroom. Please give me a moment. Let's restart the game. Let's do that again. My apologies, I'm back. Next replay will not be an hour 37 minutes long, and it will probably be my last replay for tonight. Let's see, I'm going to make sure that the next replay will not involve Japanese or English, because I don't feel like doing another Japanese versus English game. Try to mix up a little bit for the next replay. Not the right person. Let's see, I'm looking for a dry Arabia in 1011. Could be this one. Nope. This one. Nope. Nope. Maybe it was 10/25. Ah, yeah, it was. Delhi Sultanate versus Holy Roman Empire. Oh, it's 10/5, not 10/11. That was the next line. Oops. And both were dry Arabia, so dyslexia. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Well, on top right side as a red Delhi Sultan, we got Zero to, and I don't know how to actually spell that name. Oh, and good night. Spawn bottom left side is the yellow Holy Roman Empire. We got Lok. When it comes to map generation, let's see now. Looks like Holy Roman Empire's deer deposit spawned a little bit safe. This wood deposit of his spawned pretty far away, though so did the Delhi Sultanates. Both of these wood deposits here in a good protective position as well. Gold in the middle of them, so slightly exposed but slightly not. Quite a bit of stone and gold right there as well. Going some improved berries. When it comes to his improved berries, small and large here, safe spots, somewhat nearby the deer as well. And let's see, for Holy Roman Empire, you go for the Akin Chapel, the Menwork Palace. I'm always more a fan of the Menwork, because it's a bit more the rarer too. But Akin Chapel probably could be deployed next to the wood and gold. Looks like it's going to be deployed next to the wood and food. Berries, also the sheeple. Oh, the radius is always quite small, may not reach there. Dome of the Faith now being deployed in the field. So yeah, it looks like both sides map generation pretty equal. Now looking at it, both these stone deposits are pretty close by. This stone deposit nearby. Yellow stone's a little bit farther away. Gold over here. I guess the counterpart would be this one. Yeah, they're pretty equal goal map generation. Nothing too significant, I would say. House there. It's going to be a bit of a horseman harassment for the Holy Roman Empire. No, he's actually eyeing for professional scouts. So we've got professional scouts for the Holy Roman Empire player. Delhi something will take a bit of time to get out his professional scouts, and likely we'll be going that research a little bit later. Wheelbarrow just got completed. Next is professional scouts, which will be available in another 4 minutes, 16 seconds. Hardened Spear now being researched by the Holy Roman Empire player. It would be a good way to help escort his professional scouts. Red does spot the professional scouts. And here comes some Ghazi Raiders, so I will slow down the game because it's getting out of the eco phase. Another piece of venison claimed. Could take some hits there. Scouts going to support him. Scouts do bonus damage for the scouts. More spearmen being summoned. More of the venison being claimed. Holy Roman Empire players going for more spearmen. 2 is simply not enough to escort these scouts. Just keep a spearman near the scouts. That's the target. They're on escort duty, not a kill duty. Hunting is the scout's job. Their job is escort. There we go. Now respond to that. We're also got an outpost here. Could be upgraded with arrow slits just to help them out, but no stone income at the moment. The other goes for a horseman there to help engage the Ghazi Raiders. Got another spearman there. Looks like he's really only trying to kill off that scout. Does drop the piece of venison there. Picks it up. Got a mill here. He could have just dropped off the oh yeah, he could I was going to say he could just drop off the food at the Akin Chapel, but he needed a mill for the upgrades themselves. Got it. Sorry, just a little bit of my mind being a little bit stupid there. Exotic Doggo does go down. Scholar does take some damage there. Horseman just needs to run towards the spearman. Ghazi Raiders get some damage there, but he cannot do much to contest these spearmen. A bunch of angry men with pointy sticks. The Scholar's going to become extra holy relatively soon. Though, then again, the nature of a Scholar is not exactly a holy man either way. Professional Scouts almost available. Yellow Scouts are not picked up any of the venison down here, so that could be fixed. He does have 3 Scouts still remaining. Scholar does go down there. Was the Deadly Summer player starting to get out some archers. Holy Empire player does have a good number of horsemen. 10 spearmen, 8 horsemen, 2 horsemen on the way, 11 spearmen now. Looks like the Holy Empire player only has a single coin to his name. Professional Scouts now being researched. Or has been researched, I should say. Good number of forces here. Takes out Archer there. Horsemen trying to pursue their way forward. Spearman got a bad spear brace there, so slowed them down for a brief moment. Horsemen just general aim move forward. Doesn't really matter what they hit. The Spearman just needs to be sort of micro to engage the Ghazi Raiders if possible. Most of the archers are now down, but a good number of Spearmen are also down as well. And most of these rest of these archers will be picked on off. Second side has been obtained here. Gonna go ahead and start moving down south to decapture it. Horsemen here. More economic upgrades, and of course a melee upgrade. And the Holy Roman Empire player actually got +1 melee damage actually researched. Now I got some early mana arms being pulled on the field. Like I always say, the best unit in the game is the early mana arms. Double outpost there, 10 villagers. So quite a bit of investment there to collect up those berries. Horsemen may be hit there. Got a good number of spearmen as well as some early mana arms. Handful of Holy Roman Empire archers being pulled in the field as well. Both players pretty far from aging up, but they have some stockpile resources. Red has some spearmen on the field, which are going to be picked off. There's a lot of stuff there. Not enough of them to really pose a threat to the horsemen. Good number of spearmen for yellow. Man arms engaging. Horsemen trying to get towards the archers there. Scout distracting the yellow's archers. Looks like Red will pull out a victory. A lot of units are quite wounded, so may want to find a scholar and get them healed on up. There's a pair of scholars there. Just stay back, let them heal up. These guys, Raiders, need the healing. All 6 sides catch up by Red, giving them a decent amount of free gold income. An additional 375 gold per minute. Holy Roman Empire player is still collecting some of this venison. And can start trying to grab some other pieces of venison, like here. And Red's slowly grabbing this stuff with a couple scouts. Not a bad idea. Got the research, might as well use it. Belly player has enough gold to age up. Just needs more food. And we've got the Bulgar of Apollos being deployed. We've got the Regni's Cathedral now being deployed in the field. Right now, Knights and Castle Age and Mana Arms could be very problematic for Delhi's Sultan player. He will need to start aging up pretty quickly. He has 12 villages on gold. He doesn't need that much gold income. He has plenty of gold income from the sacred sites for the time frame. Plus, he has enough to age up. But once the Holy Roman Empire player ages up, he will need to age up quickly and get out as many crossbows as possible, because Castle Age heavy infantry is incredibly hard to deal with in Age 2. There's also a reason why I say the Feudal Age Man at Arms is one of the best units in the game, because it's frankly very hard to deal with them in Age 2 as well. And there's the age up for the Holy Roman Empire player, House of Learning from the field. Upon aging up, the Sultan player will need to get out Man at Arms, Lancers, and Crossbows as quickly as they can, because at least those require any upgrades to be improved. Horsemen being picked off by those outposts. Archers and main arms for 4. Don't see. Oh, we do see the veteran archer research. And this veteran force is advanced before. The Red's force here cannot deal with men at arms. And the veteran archers are a little bit too much for them to handle as well. Down here. Oh, I hear a war elephant. War elephants are heavy infantry. The heavy weapons from the man at arms will be useful against them. He's also really going for the Mount House. The elephants move 10% faster. In fact, they make them better to work in formations. Delhi player is not going for any crossbow in the moment. He is going for another war elephant. The Venom Marker at least can get them nice and healed up. The capital is pretty well garrisoned. Villagers here are taking a bit of damage. War elephant on the flank. And these war elephants right now have 5 range or 6 range armor. These archers are going to do 2 damage to them at the moment. Veteran spear now on the way. Relic being picked on up. It's probably best the Scholar to keep on running. Red still has 2 sacred sites. In fact, has soon to be 4 relics. Yellow has currently 0 relics, and he has Regni's Cathedral. That's not good. The last relic in the map is right here. The prelate does pick it up. That'd be effectively 2 relic income versus 4 relic income. That's not good as Holy Roman Empire. He really dropped the ball with the relics. With Regni's Cathedral, at least 2 relics will make you have a positive amount of gold income versus a relic when it comes to relic income. War elephants push forward, the village to avoid the elephants. Elephants taking damage from multiple sources. And it looks like these elephants will largely go down pretty much for free. Red has claimed all sacred sites there, able to get a lot of extra gold income. And looks like got the prelate inspiring these villages to collect up Pumbaa a little bit better. Well, quite a bit better. Sacred sites being decaptured there. You can probably send one of these spearmen heading down south as well. Got these forces now advancing. Outposts are unupgraded and a little bit wounded, so they're easy to go down, but nothing critical at this moment. Got more war elephants there, charging the way forward. Archers for support. Oh, we got the force march ability. That's what I heard. I thought I heard the man the sails, which is the same sound effect. I was like wondering, man the sails? There's no water in this map. Sacred site will not be decaptured, and the Gauzy Raider should be able to deal with the Archer no problem. Let's see, what is this? Veteran Gauzy Raider? Yep. Oh, and looks like reinforced spearmen managed to capture the sacred site there. So all sacred sites are decaptured. More farms being established there, though they're a little bit exposed. So a keep or two wouldn't be half bad. Also give them more Black Rider capacity. With that little pop there, I don't know how many times it's like that. I really wish it doesn't do that in replay. So, next player. And now that shouldn't be popping up. I really wish they disabled those notifications in replays. I don't need to figure out that, oh, garrison more stuff in structures in order to improve research. Good number of beasts here with some scholars to help them out. Got a very good force here, including a number of crossbowmen. So they are heavy cavalry, that means they are heavy. See bonus in from crossbowmans. And overall it's just falling back. There's a lot of supporting archers for red. Need some more horsemen. More man-arms not half bad, except for blunt weapons. Horsemen in general wouldn't be half bad, though they will see bonus damage from the spear in the back. All these forces starting to engage. He's pulling back the war elephants. Good focus fire there by red, but good focus healing there by red. Good focus fire there by yellow. 3 of the war elephants remain. Good number of crossbowmen. Another war elephant starting to go on down. Spearmen stabbing the scholars, making them extra holy. More of the war elephants straight forward. Of course, the scholars healing themselves. Hard to sometimes kill them when they're healing each other that greatly. But now the war elephants are being left out to dry. A couple more spearmen now engaging. War elephants getting damaged. Scholars are healing each other, so they're not healing the war elephants. And the archers doing a good job now. The focus fire on the scholars. Not enough there, just to one-shot them. Yellow should probably start focusing on those archers and the scholars. The war elephants need a little bit more units to counter. We do have now the Cisternic Abbeys now being put on field, which can give you a more expensive version of the English's farming bonuses. Looks like Red's gonna be cleaning up that gold deposit. We don't have the village fortress just yet. It's now being queued up. That probably was his first keep. The other large gold deposit's way up here. We've got more of Red trying to secure it. There's these villagers trying to get that keep going. He's also going for the wood, not the gold. But he's still trying to secure the gold deposit. He also has this small gold deposit back here to utilize, and is cleaning up the southern one as well. Probably to empower them. If I remember correctly, prelates can support up to 8 villages in empowerment, so you don't need a Cisternic Abbey for unless you have greater than 8 villagers. Even then, give you a little bit diminishing returns. Horsemen will spot the keep. You know, those are the southern sacred site. And probably trying to claim this sacred site there, but we'll find an elephant. I don't think prelates are very good versus elephants. A little bit of a size difference between those two. We do have now an outpost being established there. Red's also putting another outpost here in this shrubbery. Got a good number of spring golden placements now being researched by Yellow. The number of war elephants by Red. Right now he has 6, 2 more on the way. A significant number of them. He's trying to go for another stampede of them. Elephant's getting a little bit too far forward, getting split apart. That's not good. He may lose some of these guys. Got some spring golden places here. He only has 1 relic, 2 for getting inside one of these garrisons as well. Probably should put that inside a keep, defensive keep, with a cannon placement. Elephants are trampling all the wheat. I guess they're a little bit hungry. They just see how they trample wheat. They just simply reach down with their trunk, and start grabbing bundles of them and start eating it. The teeth acts as a thresh. Good number of these war elephants there. It does use emergency repairs there to help overcome the damage. Horsemen trying to flank onto those archers, very nice. The war elephants need to get to engage. Particularly the back spearman is particularly effective versus them. Spearman, however, getting some good damage on these war elephants, starting to focus them down. Crossbow need to make sure they're queued order to take up the elephants. Archers can be queued up to hit other stuff. Scholars charging way forward, that's not good. Misclick there. So he just threw away all the scholars in middle combat. Now he has no scholar support for these war elephants. Got a good number of placements now garrisoned. Got the 2 spring golden places at the town center, the capital. The extra arrows are doing 8 damage each. These war elephants have 7 armor, so the extra arrows are doing 1 damage each, so not great. But at least they can take out the other supporting units, like that archer. Also, the prelate and the scholar are debating each other. Mostly just hurling harsh language. How's the swab in the point of view? He's only... Red has killed off some villagers, but he's just only slightly behind at the moment. Archer there. Looks like Red is calling for a bit of backup in this debate. And he's cheating in the debate. Scholars healing up those elephants. He could eye for more men arms, go for heavy weapons. Plus 6 damage, however, is a lot less inferior to the... What is this? Plus 28 damage from spearmen. Veteran elite crossman, elite spearman. The elite spearman is primarily meant for the bonus damage there. That's probably a very good idea. Also going for elite horsemans and the cannon placement. Villagers inside of this garrison that's probably not something great. Emergency repair is available, so probably use it right now. Stalling out, trying to hold out for the elite upgrades. He can lose a villager since he has Palace of Swabia. He effectively gets 3 more villager queues at a discount. Trebuchet now firing away. Put a pretty big hole into that outpost, and the villagers looks like will escape on out of there. Very nice. War elephants being split apart from the scholars, so taking a bit of damage there. Could have picked off one if he was a little bit more attentive. Horsemen charge away forward as well. Got now cannon placement here with the relic inside being up fortified now. Very nice. This will do 9 damage per strike. And looks like it is, and archers have 80 health, so it will splash down groups of archers. This is a excellent placement for defense at the moment. War elephant's going to try to trample the Aachen Chapel next. Forcing me to focus on the archers, not the elephants. Aachen Chapel took a bit of damage there. Emergency repair onto that Aachen Chapel. It will be fully utilized there. More God's Riders being summoned, more horsemen as well. The elephants are quickly being focused down. God's Riders right now have 170 health, so can withstand a single shot from the cannon, but not 2 shots. And who knows how the splash damage is going to really affect them. Yellow will hold on. Aachen Chapel still alive and try to send the horsemen to the trebuchets. Those repair up the Aachen Chapel. We've got the Hizar Academy, which will give them extra food income based on the number of researched. Also got a Colvin in the build queue as well. Six-side victory in 7 minutes 50 seconds. Yellow's slowly starting to break out the contain, but both sides' military forces are quite small. Red has a much higher army value though, inflated by the elephants and the siege weapons. Villager could not decapture the sacred site, gets shanked, and got another keep going being pulled out down there. This Cobalt has 1,000 gold remaining. Yellow could have abandoned it. There's not much there, not worth building a keep down there. Colvern firing away against the outpost. Big pile of research being researched. Yep, Red needs to no, Red does not need to cancel the keep because it'll still be useful keeping the sacred site secure. Hence the term keep. And looks like Red will get his 150 gold. Red still cleaning up this gold deposit here and this gold deposit here, so overall Red just has superior field control. Still got 1,000 gold here for Yellow. And claim this back one, so Yellow does not have too much gold left in on his side of the map. And with only 1 relic, would make that 2 relic income. Not looking good for the Holy Empire player. He only has a short amount of time to win the game before it probably becomes unwinnable due to a lack of gold. You also will need to secure this corner of the world to get a proper trade caravan going. Luckily, he has some culverins help deal with all these keeps there. This one has, of course, a good number of sacred sites, all of them. Some Ghazi raiders there. Abandoning those cannons, I think it'd be a good idea to keep nearby to them. Send just on the horsemen to intercept the Ghazi raiders. Oh, got some idle villagers here. Both players have a significant number of villagers, to say the least. And this site will be decaptured. There goes that outpost. 5,000 gold left there, so it's good. And 6,000 here, so there's plenty of gold left in large deposits. Red has not seized them. Not entirely, at least. Big pile of research for the Delhi Sultanate player. Sig site does get decaptured. Outpost quickly goes on down there. God's orders to find these villagers. There is still 278 gold left there. At most, task 2 villagers are collected up, I would say. Maybe 3 at the very most. Anything more than that's probably going to go too quickly. Yellow's not going for keep here. Has destroyed this keep. And with this keep built for Yellow, he can pull out some Black Riders. Heavy range cavalry. They are expensive, but they're more cost-effective than hand cannoneers, which are already pretty cost-effective. Red's also taking time to collect up this wood deposit and this one as well. But this large gold deposit, and maybe a good idea to go for the monistic shrines. Not monistic shrines, the Cisternic Abbey Monastery. Monistic shrines is the Mongol upgrade. There's some villagers collecting up some gold there. Good number here. Yep, I was just say it would be a good idea to get out a monastery, put a prelate inside of it, and start getting the improved aura. Or at least get 2 prelates here. The extra prelates for extra health regen wouldn't be half bad for these forces. Horsemen heading over here. There's still a handful of venison as 1 piece of meat. And it looks like this area is still being secured. Got a good number of barracks being established. Engaging the mining camp. It decides to go with another mining camp there, up on another side. A very good number of Ghazi raiders here. Not enough yellow forces here to stop it. We'll lose some of these culverins, which is going to be pretty big. Lost 2 out of 3 there. We've got a very good firing line of hand cannoneers for red. Yellow's going to pull out some of the Black Riders. Some of the best cavalry in the entire game. Maybe the best cavalry, honestly. Yellow's going for some of his own hand cannoneers, but got the horsemen now starting engaging the Ghazi raiders. A lot of the Yellow's reinforcements being intercepted. Hand cannoneers here. There's a Black Rider. It has 4/4 armor, good health, good damage. Same attack speed as hand cannoneers, same range as hand cannoneers. Will also have the ability to increase their attack speed, or no, just move faster and fire while moving. Immensely powerful ability, especially when you get a large formation of them. Black Riders are not affected by serpentine gunpowder, if you ever have that question. But they are classified heavy, so the Howdah war elephants, the tower elephants, will do bonus damage to them with the crossbow in the back. Gauzier is being picked on off. Got a number of hand cannons and Black Riders providing some good DPS. More horsemen here. Bomb bars firing away. War elephants push way forward. The Black Riders can be used, activate the cavalcade ability and run away, but he's not properly microing them, so they all go down there. If with a little bit of proper micro, I cannot speak. Micro the Black Riders. They are excellent. In that situation, they will maintain their damage and stay alive. More horsemen, more spearmen being pulled up the Holy Room Empire player. Let's collect those gold as well. 4,500 remaining. 2,000 left here. Oh, got some men-at-arms on the flank. These men-at-arms in the back line, they can simply just infest the opponent's base with some battering rams. While we are trying to engage those man-at-arms. Random hand cannoneers takes down a couple of those villagers. 4,000 gold left there. Not sure what the villager's doing. They're about to get exploded. Horsemen charge way forward. These bomb bars are way too exposed. That is a good core of hand cannoneers. Some archers will be a good counter to them. Spearmen will be engaging these war elephants quite nicely. Getting plus 34 damage. Hand cannoneers engaging. Thank you for the follow, Jerry Jorky. Welcome to the stream. Bomb bars push way forward. Got these horsemen advancing. More hand cannoneers here, taking out some of these horsemen push way forward. Down south, just some man-at-arms. Horsemen push way forward. Managing to set some of the hand cannoneers quite nicely. Got these Gauzier engaging these villagers, knocking them out. Horsemen trying to go straight for the bombards. Horsemen taking some damage there. Hand cannoneers firing away. Gauzier is trying to get these spearmen. These spearmen could just turn around and fight. We still got these man-at-arms streaming on in. We do have a cannon placement, help hold them back. There's a stream of hand cannon or man-at-arms. Gauzier just being picked on off. Got these horsemen pushed right forward. These hand cannoneers are a little bit exposed. They're going to be surrounded. Hand cannoneers trying to escape on out of there. Looks like they may be using the force march. Nope, they're not using. Yeah, they're definitely using force march. It only deactivates when dealing damage, not when taking damage. Monistic, the Cisternic Abbeys there. Down south, got now another force being established there to claim the stone. The Holy Roman Empire player could use more stone for more fortresses, for more keeps to get out more Black Riders. More main arms still being streamed on in. Do you have serpentine gunpowder for the hand cannoneers? Does yellow have serpentine gunpowder? Nope, no serpentine gunpowder. Got a good number of barracks being established here. Gold deposit still being seized by yellow. 3,000 gold remaining. Really should have got a Cisternic Abbey over here. And we are going to see the Silk Bowstring, Court Architects, more research being researched by the Delhi Sultanate player. Yellow could go for more blacksmith upgrades. Shaft mining. Excuse me. Yellow has quite a sizable force here. 89 versus 60. Both players at pop cap. Yellow's lost some villagers, which means more military force. A number of scholars here to help heal these units. Red's armor mostly composed of scholars and hand cannoneers with some Gauss-Raiders in the build queue. A couple mangonels firing away, getting some damage on those hand cannoneers. Horsemen surrounding all those very forces. Yellow did lose some hand cannoneers to the mangonels, but looks like Yellow's does manage to fully surround Red's army. Red has some marine forces being streamed on in. But Yellow does manage to completely surround this army. It looks like it'll be taking out entirely. Yellow has one cauldron for siege, another cauldron on the way. Both players now max up population cap, and Red's doing better at remaxing. And it looks like Yellow's force slowly being cleaned on up due to Red's more shorter distance for reinforcements. Last's gold still being seized, 1,100 remaining. God's Raiders being in second, got the spearmen pushed way forward, more horsemen advancing. Spearmen advance way forward. We've got some Black Riders now being pulled in the field. They are generally still better than hand cannoneers. So they're good at front line or back line support. And they don't care what they shoot at, like hand cannoneers. Horsemen starting to intercept these hand cannoneers now. Yellow's starting to break through the back line of Red, but Red's back line still filled with these hand cannoneers. Yellow could have probably used some mangonels to help range them. And Yellow's going to fall back. Yellow has pretty much no military force field, has 5 Black Riders out of 5. And there's 200 gold left. Take these villages, drop off gold, and run. Red still has his gold deposit up here, and still has 1,800. 100 left there, that's good enough. You can abandon that. At most, one village should be tasked back onto it. He has lost a significant number of villagers. Palace Swab can help fabricate them. Probably a good idea to not build from primary town centers, just save some food. Alright, now Holy Roman Empire player has plenty of food. He has no wood income and basically no gold. He has 1 sacred site and technically 2 gold relic gold. And that's it. Delhi Sultanate player has a massive stockpile of gold and food, and the Holy Roman Empire player just surrendered. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As I mentioned beforehand, that shall be my last replay tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and